Hello everybody, this is Derek. It is the 27th of October 2009. Hope everyone is doing magnificent. We'll start this off with a company called CAPMARK. They have filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, a couple articles in the More. And it was originally announced on Sunday, the 25th of October, which was the date of the WebBot prediction. A lot of people have came up and said, nothing happened, and the Sunday events are usually kept hidden or they are hard to get. Now this article came out on this date, so maybe it was difficult to get, but nonetheless it seems as if this is going to be the catalyst that is going to have big effects on commercial real estate. They were $21 billion in debt, formerly known as GMAC, and they pretty much lent to so many different businesses, being known as the top commercial real estate lender. And it's very difficult right now to be running businesses the way that the majority of them are run. Most of them are now moving in transition to home-based business. When you look at the cost of your everyday business, the interest alone is very difficult. Say somebody borrows $100,000. Let's say these people were successful and they were able to pay it back $150,000, which would have been $50,000 interest. That money doesn't come from anywhere. And even though they were able to pay it back, that debt is still shown on other people's balance sheets. Every time that debt is being paid back in interest, that is a problematic for the world, the way that money is set up. If we were on a gold standard and we actually traded gold, and I was a lender and the business needs, let's just say 100 ounces of gold. I lend out somebody 100 ounces of gold so that they can start financing or start running their business, and I charge X amount of interest, and after so long they pay me back everything in total, which works out to 150 ounces of gold. I receive 50 ounces of gold based on interest there, but that can come back through mining of the metal. Whereas dollars are concerned, because the Federal Reserve, which needs to be ended, because they have a monopoly on the money system, it's not possible to get that interest money without debt. It's not possible. If I was able to print money, use it, then I guess it could happen, but they would count that to be counterfeit and you'd be sent to prison. So that is the big problems that I've been talking a lot about, interest and debt and the problematics that it has. So businesses have to pay interest on debt. That's causing a lot of problems for so many businesses, especially because so many are saying now that they're having a very difficult time. People aren't spending like they used to, and job losses are a big reason towards it. But there's so many other expenses based on taxes, insurance, then you got your normal everyday business expenses like hydro cost, inventory cost, cost of labor. It can get quite expensive, and that's, I think, a big reason why a lot of people are moving into the home-based type of businesses. You already are paying for your rent or your mortgage for the property you're doing it from. You already have a hydro bill. You already have your telephone bill. It makes it a heck of a lot easier to be running businesses in this way. So I'm expecting a lot more to transition from this event over the upcoming weeks and months that will be following from this. This is most likely going to lead to much higher unemployment rates, and it's a spiraling downwards effect. You can't have a commercial real estate collapse without factories having difficult times with orders, and without just the companies that work for the companies that are failing to lose their jobs. So they're saying the unemployment rate right now is 10% almost. We'll say the U6 numbers are 16. I would expect that to go well above 25% by the end of the following year. Consumer confidence fell today to 47.7 from its previous reading of 53.4. A lot of this happens to be because jobs are harder to get, and a lot of the jobs that are getting replaced are jobs that pay like 10, 11 bucks an hour, or the ones that are being lost are the ones that are paying $18 and $20 an hour or even higher. And no one can make a living when you're working at Walmart. It's not possible. In the 1950s, it was possible for one husband or one man to be able to work 40 or 48 hours a week and be able to put food on the family for his wife and 6 children and still be able to have a 401k or investment plan. Today, you can't even get your food and your shelter and your rent. It's not possible to work 10 bucks an hour, even with both the spouse, husband and wife, or just 2 people in a household working together. It's extremely difficult. Even back in the 1930s, during the previous period, a lot of people were self-sustainable, meaning people were able to have farms a lot more. That's not the case anymore, which is why cities are a difficult place during this type of meltdown. If you live in a town-based area, if you're able to have a farmland, maybe you're producing vegetables, fruits, cattle, chickens, heck, there's just so much that you're able to do on a farm. It's going to be easier to sustain yourself during this time, but city life, extremely, extremely difficult when a bunch of people are crammed into a small populated area, or a small geographical area, that is. So it seems as if that these October 25th prophecies are looking to be true. I noticed on the stock market yesterday that we had this big fall, and I was unaware of the CAPMARK being bankrupt or filing for bankruptcy, and it looks like that was a catalyst for the financials leading everything lower, along with the big market moves. If you're looking at the stock market right now, the key is to focus on the 5-day moving average. If we have a rally, if this is the case, and we manage to find resistance and start pulling back lower, check to see how these lows that we've had today and yesterday, if they are able to hold or not. I'm still expecting a test of this 50-day moving average, which on the SPY is 105 or about 1050 on the S&P 500. When the 50-day moving average gives in and starts declining, that could bring a lot of selling towards the marketplace. A lot of the gains we have seen in the market was priced in for the economic recovery, and a lot of times you buy on rumor and you sell on the fact. If people bought on the rumor that the economy was recovering, that's going to create a big downward spiral towards the equity market. So just keep an eye on that 50-day moving average. I think we will test the 105 area either later today or into tomorrow. And I wish everyone the best of luck during these economic conditions. Peace out, everyone.